Contact me at timscomputerfix.net to find out how you can ship me your laptop for repair. Hello everyone, Tim here again from timscomputerfix.net. Hey, I've got another along for the ride video here for you. This time we're working on a Asus X54c. Customer says that he's not getting any power, that he has to hold the adapter a certain way to get it to stay powered on. There's the power jack right here. Center pin looks like type deal, but there is some play, not necessarily with the center pin, but the entire jack. You can see they're kind of moving around. So, and I've researched the jack for this, and it's a soldered on the board type of jack. So I would imagine it moving around like that probably isn't a good thing. But we won't know until we get into it. I have this is the power cord he was using, which was a Targus. And I did notice here the tip was a little bit damaged there, but I tested voltage with this and it tested fine, and I also used a universal power adapter for this laptop and it would not power it on at all. So we're going to have to investigate a little bit further. So that's what we're going to do. We'll have to strip this down and test voltage at board level. So here we go. Let's just take the battery out. We'll take this back cover off. Let's start there. Screw here. Oh, yep. Screw here. Alright. Back cover slides right off like so. Interesting. Well, no memory here on this side, so it means I'm willing to bet that the other memory slot is on the other side of the board, probably under the keyboard is usually how that works. So we will investigate that. Let's go ahead and just take off our hard drive. Alright, it slides out like so. Hard drive's out. Alright, well, all the screws look like they're the same length so far, but I'm still going to go ahead and use my ice tray method. Still got these labeled here too, so okay. Back panel. Hard drive. So now I'm just going to do the common thing and we'll go ahead and remove all of the screws on the bottom side of this case. That screw there was a little loose, okay. So, okay. One here, one there. Let's put S. S for small. S and an arrow. There's no mistaking. Yeah, let's just take a quick look under the keyboard here. Open this guy up. Let's see if we can. Okay, I see some clips here for the keyboard. Let's see if I can. One. Yep, that came up. Pretty good. There's another one. Didn't quite get it yet. Check. Okay, we'll use the Disassembling tool to kind of wedge underneath the keyboard here a little bit. There we go. There's the third clip. Yep. That's the ticket. Okay, set that there. Fourth clip. Gonna be a little tricky, huh? Just put a little bit more pressure on that. There we go. And the last clip here. There we go. Keyboard flips up and back. Let's just go ahead and remove this. Looks like it might just pull back. And it does. Okay. And pull the keyboard out. It's going to give us access to some more screws here. We'll figure out. I see a very dusty fan here, so we'll take care of that. It's a good thing I did that. Let's just see which way we're going to be taking this out. So let's just take off. These are all of the. Still don't see any more memory here, but it might be buried underneath this. These are the palm rest screws. Palm rest screws. I think maybe this one was the one to the CD drive here. I think that CD drive can slide right on out now. Okay, palm rest is done. We'll put that in palm rest. And let's see if we can slide out that CD drive now. Let's see. Yep, there it goes, just like I thought. There we go. I think something's kind of wedging it there. Alright. Let's just hold up on that. We're getting tension on it right there. So I'm going to stop right there with that. And it looks like this little motherboard connector here. Let's pull that out like so. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. We'll find out here. Alright, so we've got all the screws and everything out. Let's just see if we can start popping the, see which way she comes off here. Okay, I'm finding some play here in the front, so let's just go where the weakest link is. Pop, pop, pop. That's good. There's that. Yeah. What's going on here is this is where I'm getting the tension. This is underneath where this drive is. We'll take it on out. Okay, it comes right on out. I just felt some tension. I stopped just in case if there was some weird ribbon cable or something, but I know exactly why we were being held up, and that is because of the screws here. So we'll take those out. How about that? I think we're almost there. One. Two. Okay. All right. This should come right on off now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I got something hanging here. I think it's a ribbon cable. Yep, we got something called motherboard right here. It looks like that might go to the touchpad. Yeah. So let's go ahead and a ribbon cable here. Pull the ZIF connector back. Nice and easy. And let's pull that out. There we go. And this comes right off. And there's our touch pad, our palm rest off. And our power jack is sitting right over here. Just looking at it like this, I don't see a whole lot wrong with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to test voltage to the board before I go any further, because what I don't want to happen is me get this whole motherboard out and go to replace that just to find out that the actual motherboard's just dead. So so that's what we'll do. Let's see, let me get my... So what I'm going to do here is we're going to go ahead and check for check for continuity, just to be sure, and voltage here. So I'm going to take out my trusty voltmeter, put it on continuity, and so basically we're going to make sure that it is the power jack before we replace it. Is what we want to do here. So right here's the positive lead there. Obviously we get no signal. So now I'm going to touch the inside pin here, and I'm getting no continuity on the positive end here. Right, so that pretty much confirms that it's the power jack right there pretty much. Let me get the new jack here real quick just to show what I mean here. So we're looking at it like this. This is just like this. So obviously that's going to have continuity, but as soon as I touch this center pin, and see, that's continuity with center pin. It's kind of hard to do like this, but let's see. Center pin. Yeah. Yep. Right. Center pin here. Nothing. So we definitely have a power jack issue here. Awesome. So then that's what we're going to do. So right over here we have a second USB port that's plugged in right here, so we'll have to gently remove this cable. She's stubborn. There we go. Right. We have another cable here. Be sure to unplug this one. Looks like it just pulls straight out. Yep, like so. Okay. This is the video cable here. All right. So what's it's looking like? This just slides up like so, nice and easy. Just move in there. After I pull the tape up there, I'm just kind of slowly backing the cable out. So there's the video cable there. Okay, I see here the fan cable. We will wait on that. Alright, that's all the cables that are visible from this side of the board. So we'll probably just proceed with just the, looks like we have just one motherboard screw. So we'll just take him out. Like so. Let's see where we are here. Yeah, we're nice and loose. We just have to keep in mind of this cable. We go to put it back in, and this fan cable, let's see, just be careful of that. Let's see. That's all attached. So it looks like, yeah, so it looks like we're going to have to take out this fan screw here also. The fan screw right here. Okay, that's the same size as that motherboard screw. That's okay. Okay, let's see where we are here. Okay, now the fan's nice and loose. That's good. Gotta pull that back out of the way. See if we can kind of ease this out here. Come on this side. Kind of in the way a little bit. So we can just set them aside like that. Okay. Yeah. Ease him out here. Come on. Nice and easy, fella. Let's see. Okay, very good. Yep. And out comes the board. Very nice. Well, you can see that fan needs to be blown out. We'll be sure to do that. And take a closer look at the power jack. There's no obvious visual signs, but we've already tested for continuity, and we see that it does not get continuity from the center pin back to the port is. So we see here we do have something. We look on this other side here. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll protect it. Not going to be too bad here. We'll protect this from heat, and we'll basically protect this here from heat also. But there's no real surface mounted components that are nearby. The closest one would be just like a little teeny resistor right over here, which is still kind of close. So we'll protect all of this, but this should be a relatively easy go here. Now we do have the fan grill here, and that's going to get pretty darn hot. So yeah, I think we might just put maybe some tape over this to just for the heck of it. What I usually use, and what I do use in this case, step over here, aluminum foil. And I'm going to go ahead and get all of my soldering stuff ready here. There's that.
So I use this guy, which is a ball sucker there. Got some flux. Got my tip cleaner, set it right there. My solder, and we got hot air rework station. The hot air rework station's here, so right. Flux. My solder sucker. This is how I roll. Alright, well, the first thing I think I want to try to do here is we're going to go ahead and protect these areas from the heat of the hot air. So let's just kind of go like that. That's all we need there. And then maybe we'll just go so. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Just want enough to protect it from the heat. Good. That's good there. Good there. Just go like that. We'll leave that like that. Oops, sorry. So we got that here. Sorry, I had a camera there. So we got that like that. Let me get my spudger. Yeah, and then what I do here is I'll just push this stuff down, flatten it out. Be sure that this, just to kind of make sure no air and nothing gets underneath that. And push this back just a little bit. Okay. So there's a little component here, solder joint here that I don't want to heat up. And okay, now we'll just take our flux. And we'll just put a little bit of flux on the feet here. Help it flow better. I didn't add solder like I sometimes do. You know, the one thing that I am noticing here that I'm going to have to be careful of, that this jack has there's plastic here and here, so that will melt if it gets hot enough. And the new jack, well, good news, the new jack, yeah it does. Yeah, the new jack has that plastic also. So what I'll probably have to do when I flow it would be to cover that just so it doesn't melt. But it should flow without melting the plastic. It's the way it's intended. So I've got my solder sucker here ready to go. So we're going to heat up. We're going to heat up, and then as this stuff melts, I'm going to suck the solder. So I've got my aluminum foil down to protect my bench. I've got the foil tape around to protect the components around the jack from the heat. And I've got my solder sucker ready. So let's get you a little bit of a closer look and we'll proceed. All right, there's our closer view. Let's see if we can get this party started. I'm now slowly applying heat. You can see the flux start to activate. we go. That dropped out nicely. So what we want to do is move that out of the way. Now you can see where that broke. So now we got to work on just getting the eyelets clear and getting this one broken pin out of the back here real quick. There's that, nice. There's that, nice, very good. But it's really easy when you're doing this to burn these little ends, so you got to be really careful about that. But those two right here look good. I'm not sure what we're going to do about this guy here yet. Let's see if we can get these other two cleared out. Almost. Here it comes. Here. Nope, I think we got it. Yeah, we got it. There's one here. Try to get that guy. Come on, fella. So what I'm going to do, just to make things a little bit, seems like it's getting a bit dry here, so let me go ahead and put a teeny bit more flux here on that, and I want to put some more flux around this. Okay. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm actually going to take me some pliers here without burning myself, hopefully. And I'm going to try to clamp down. Let me go ahead and grab my wand here. And what I want to do, let's see if I can come back this way. Okay, what I want to do is I want to grab what little bit is left of that post. I got it now. Now, the whole idea is to get that hot enough where it'll drop out. I got weight on it. So if we can just get this to drop out, that would be awesome. Get it hot enough. I don't want to burn myself. I can feel the heat on my fingers. Come on, guy. Drop out for me. Come on. She's hot. Come on, baby. Here it is. Ha ha ha. Awesome. Alright. Very nice. Let's put that there where it doesn't burn anything. And molten for me, son. Come on. Sometimes you gotta talk to it nicely. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, we need this one now. Come on. Gotta clear this one right here and we'll have it. Oh, we're close. Oh, I think we got it. There we go. Just have to talk nice to it. That's it. That is what you want to see. Clean eyelets ready for your new jack. We just have to clean that up a bit. Our eyelets there are clear. We want to go ahead and probably clean off this area. Let's double check the bottom. See how that looks. Yep. Bottom side looks just fine here. No sign of anything there. So very good. No damage done on that side. So the removal process was a success. Let's just see how our new jack will fit in. It should just go right in here. No, it looks like right. Yeah. So we do have, I don't know if you can see here. It's going to show up that well. So on this one here, there is a little bit of solder still in there, just a touch on that one, and maybe a little bit on this one here. So, but instead of trying to heat that up and all that, I think what I'm just going to do is just take out my hole wallower, and we'll just kind of wallow that out a little bit more. This little drill bit kit I have, and I'll just take the smallest bit. I mean, it's tiny. That's a tiny bit, and I don't use the Dremel tool itself for this, but yeah, basically I'll just take it and see what I can do here. It doesn't take much really, and this will just this will get all the excess off. Couple of twists of that, it'll come off. It'll open it up, grind it out. And it won't take a whole lot of force to do it. Just a few turns. You'll feel it kind of biting on it a little bit. That's good. Got some on the side. Let's see if I can get that. All you want to get is enough out just so your jack will fall in nicely like it's supposed to. That's the old one. Damn, that was working. How about that? Okay. So now the jack looks like it fits up in there and sits. Let's make sure. Yeah. Yep. Okay, now I can tell that the jack is going to sit on there nice and pretty. So that's about how simple that is. And then so we know now that it's set and ready to be soldered in. So before I do that, I mean, I'll actually go in and let's just we'll clean up this area here a little bit. Cool. Yeah, so when this toothbrush isn't being used at night, I use it for this. And then this will go back in my bathroom and I'll use it again tonight to brush my teeth. Right. You can believe that if you want. It's a joke. Haha. All right. Oh. So I just take me a little bit of isopropyl alcohol and I pour a little bit into a cap like that. Take the toothbrush and I dip it into the alcohol there, and we'll just give this a quick little cleanup. Quick little cleanup right here. just so we have a clean surface to work with for our fresh solder. Dab that off here. There you go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Nice. Okay. Now I will say, when using hot air, to be really careful when you come across areas that you're applying the heat to desolder that has these little, you know, fingers, I guess you would call it, that stick out like this. I mean, there's not a whole lot of PCB around this. I mean, that's it. These are real easy to burn if you get them too hot. Something about these little ends, it'll start burning off. So just a little side note there. So then what I do, we'll go ahead and get the solder ready. I think I'll just maybe pull this back for now just a little bit. Yeah. And then we're going to okay, so I'll give you a little look here on the top side of the jack. And of course, without no solder, you can almost see right through the feet. You can see almost no solder visible at all because there's no solder on it, obviously. So you always want to make sure you're sitting flush. That is for sure. Now, so when I set this down, there's a large gap under here, so I need to put me something down there that can take heat. And what I like to use a lot of times in this situation, coins. Quarters, how about that? So I'll do is that's not quite, so we'll go one more. We'll use coins here. I'll kind of prop it up on that. Make sure that's flush. Seems pretty. Oh, wait a minute. Setting up on something here. Yeah. Done. Get me on there. It's not too bad, I don't think. That's good there. That's pretty good there. All right, I think we're just going to stop right there because I'm going to flow this. So I think that's going to be fine on both ends there. So I know these are kind of sticking up there a little bit. I'm going to flow it. We're going to reflow it anyway. So let's give this a try. Let's go ahead and flow it. Yep, we're looking good and flush, good and flush. I can see some solder came through. But the idea of flowing is we're going to take this little bit of solder I put on these feet all around here, and we're going to heat it up so it'll flow into these holes, and we'll get some coming through this other side here. That way we'll eliminate what's called cold solder joints that could crack easy. So let's just do that. Okay, so I know that these two aren't the most prettiest solder joints there you've ever seen. I mean, these went okay, but these are going to get flowed anyway. So we're flowing this, and oh yeah, this would be a good time to also add some support under here. Yeah, I'm just going to use that'll work. Right there, I just slipped my pliers underneath there, and it's sitting nice and flush. So I don't have to worry about this dropping out on me, okay? Alright, let's just go ahead and take us a little bit of and look, if I don't like the way this flows, for whatever reason, I can just add more solder, but I think it'll be just fine. I'm going to add me a little flux to everything here. That'll help it molten. That'll help it go soft. More flux here on this just to get it. Don't need a whole lot. Okay. Okay. Looks good. So let's see if we can get this to flow. Nice and easy. You see the flux start to activate there. Oh, that already went there. That one already went. That's good. That one's going nicely, yes. That's what we want to see. There we go. That one went through. And that one went in, and there we go. That's kind of what we wanted to see there. Now, obviously, it does look like we're going to need a little bit more solder on this, so let me just take a quick look here. Yeah. Let me see. No, actually, you know, that is really not too bad. In actuality, those solder joints here, that was especially that. I mean, they look good. They look pretty good. I mean, let's look at the other side of the board to see if those kind of fell through there. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a really good example here by looking at the other side of this jack. Let me see here. Kind of tough to see, but really and honestly, in all honesty, if you look here at the positive, that solder has flowed from the bottom all the way up and up the post. Very good flow there. Every one of these joints have visible solder that has flowed through nicely. There. That's got solder there. That's got solder there. And the reason why that's a really good flow in my opinion. And the reason why it doesn't look too good on this side is simply because it just hasn't been cleaned up. When we clean this up, it'll look just fine. I mean, nothing wrong with this at all. Everything flowed nicely. So it's a pretty good job there. So let's go ahead and get this cleaned up. Let's do a little bit of a continuity check here. Let me back up. So I'm going to do a bit of a continuity check again before I begin my cleanup and reassembly of this computer. So let's get my trusty voltmeter out. Okay. And let's see. Okay, I'm not shorting. That's good. Let's make sure my positive has a, yep, positive has a contact. But I'm not shorting, so very good. So now we're going to go ahead and just remove the protective tape. That always leaves a little bit of a sticky residue. But that's okay. Sticky residue can be cleaned up as long as there's no damage to the component. That is all we're really worried about. Come on off of there, buddy. There we go. One here. Okay. Uh-oh. That tape's starting to peel off the other tape. That's not good. Stay on there, guy. Yeah, I should have thought of that before I did that, but it's okay. Minor, only a minor problem there. There we go. Yeah, so we just have some residue from the tape and all on here, but all the little small components that were around that area are all safe and in place. So we'll just get this cleaned up. We'll just try to get rid of some of that sticky residue from the tape. That. It's also on here, so we'll try to make sure we get that off as best we can. Glue gun will break it down. I like to use that when removing the glue from the tape. And then I'll use before my isopropyl. My isopropyl won't. The isopropyl will not take off that glue that well, so we'll just kind of use some air here to just kind of be sure that isopropyl and all that dries. So what I'm going to do is just take this outside real quick due to the fact I want to go ahead and blow this fan out too. So let me go get all this blown out and I'll be right back. Okay, so that cleaned up pretty well. Nicely. Cleaned up pretty nicely, I think. It looks okay. So let's get our board placed back. Everything is going in reverse. Okay. Lift that up. Lift that up. There's a cable over here. Lift that up. There we go. That goes into place like that. All right. I got an arrow right here. So that is where this one screw is going to go. Other screw goes in the fan. So that is that. So at this point, we can just put our ribbon cables back on. All right, ribbon cable. Video cable. Right here. Here we go. And what I'm going to do, since this is not that secure anymore, I'm going to go ahead and cut off this tape. It's just flopping around here. I'm going to cut this tape off carefully. Then I'm going to use painter's tape, which is pretty doggone good thing to use, in my opinion. I know it's not like heat tape or anything, but it'll be just fine. Doesn't get too hot here. And this tape, you can depend on it to hold and stay. and it doesn't leave any residue or breakdown and such. So, alright, palm rest. Alright, we can just lay this guy down like so. Snapped into place there. And then we of course have our ribbon cables to contend with here. I guess. There's that one. There we go. See there. Lock it down. There we go. Alright, there's them two ribbon cables there. And at this point, I would probably just go ahead and power this guy on and be sure that it powers on at least. So let's do that. Power jack. It's plugged in. Alright, we got lights, we got video, shut off. The only thing I didn't see was that fan spinning up. That makes me a little bit nervous. Let's try that again. So we got lights, we got video. There's the fan. There we go. Good. Very good. Alright. Alright. Okay, 4 screws there, and then we'll flip it over this way and we'll put in these other 2 small screws right here where the DVD drive goes. Alright, flip it back over. Then we can put our keyboard back in. It slides in like so. And we'll lock it down. Okay. Alright, now guys, and don't forget, and I almost did, before you put this screw back in, this is the screw that goes to your DVD drive. So don't forget to slide your DVD drive in. Slide that in like so. Now you can put your screw in. There. Slip our keyboard back into place. Keyboard's in. Flip it over, and we'll go ahead and start to install our bottom screws. So, hard drive. Here, we'll push that in like that. We got a couple screws here for the hard drive. the antenna wires. Those two are on. Okay, so the only thing left now is this back panel. So get this back panel on here. Slides right on like that. Right there. And right here. There you go. And then of course the battery goes in. And lock that. Give it one final test. And you get video in a post. So there we go.